Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into a topic that's been blowing up in the wellness world. It seems like keto is everywhere these days.
It really is.
We're seeing it all over the place, weight loss, potential health benefits, but what's the deal with this high-fat approach?
Yeah, so you sent us a blog post right from ZenHaven1010 called The Benefits of the Keto Lifestyle and Diet, a comprehensive guide for your ZenHaven journey. So we're excited to break it down for you today.
Yeah, let's unlock those keto secrets.
Okay, so first of all, what's really fascinating is that keto isn't new. It's actually been used medically for almost a century, like way back to manage epilepsy in children.
Wow.
But, it's recently gained a lot of popularity for all those potential benefits beyond that, so.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing how much our food choices can impact our health.
Mm-hmm.
Like even neurological conditions like epilepsy. But before we go any further, I think it's important to kind of define what keto actually is.
Yeah. For
anyone who's not familiar.
So the keto diet is essentially a low-carb, high-fat, and moderate protein approach. And the idea is that by drastically reducing your carb intake, you're essentially forcing your body to enter a metabolic state called ketosis.
So instead of relying on carbohydrates for energy, our body starts burning fat.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see why that would be so appealing for weight loss.
Yeah.
But what's actually happening in our bodies during ketosis?
So normally our bodies use glucose from carbs as fuel, right? That's the standard.
Right.
But when you significantly reduce those carbs, your liver steps in and it starts converting fat into molecules called ketones, which then become your body's primary energy source.
Wow, so we're basically switching from a sugar-burning machine to a fat-burning machine.
Exactly. And there are a few reasons why this can lead to weight loss. First, burning fat for fuel is very efficient. Second, keto helps regulate blood sugar and reduce those insulin spikes that we get from, sugary processed foods.
Right, okay.
Which often leads to more stable energy and fewer cravings.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm always struggling with that mid-afternoon energy slump.
Yeah.
And craving something sweet.
Yeah.
Could keto help with that?
It definitely could.
Interesting. Okay, so there's so much buzz about keto and weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
But is there actual research to support these claims?
There is. So there was a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism that found that people on a keto diet lost significantly more weight and showed better insulin sensitivity compared to those on a traditional low-fat diet. And the interesting thing is that they didn't report feeling hungry or deprived.
That's very interesting.
So very interesting results.
Yeah, it's not just about shedding a few pounds quickly.
Right.
It seems like keto could be a sustainable approach to long-term weight management.
Absolutely. And to kind of build on that, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition also published a study showing that people who stuck with keto over time not only maintained their weight loss, but they also lowered their risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
Wow.
Pretty impactful.
Yeah. So keto tackles weight loss and has a positive impact on metabolic health.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also heard whispers about keto boosting brain power.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
Absolutely. So remember those ketones we were talking about?
Yes.
Well, they're a fantastic energy source for the brain. And unlike the fluctuating energy that we get from glucose, ketones provide a really stable and consistent supply, which can have a significant impact on our cognitive function.
So no more brain fog.
It's not a magic cure for brain fog, but the research is really intriguing. So a study in neurobiology of aging found that ketones can actually enhance cognitive performance, particularly during tasks that require sustained mental focus.
Yeah.
So it's high-octane fuel for your brain.
That is so interesting. What specific cognitive benefits did they observe in the study?
So the study focused on memory recall, and they found that participants on the keto diet showed a 20% improvement compared to the control group.
Wow, 20%. That's a lot.
Yeah, and this suggests that keto could have real potential in helping us, stay sharp and focused, especially as we age.
Yeah, I think that's something we could all benefit from. So it helps with weight management, metabolic health, and even boost brain power. What's next?
Well, this is where it gets even more interesting. There's actually emerging research suggesting that keto may have neuroprotective effects, meaning it could help protect your brain from damage and potentially reduce the risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's.
That's incredible, really.
Yeah.
Wow. Could switching what we eat really protect our brains from such serious conditions?
Well, it's definitely an area of active research, and the early findings are promising. So, for example, a study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience suggested that a ketogenic diet could potentially slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease.
That's amazing to think about.
Hmm.
All this potential just from like making different food choices.
It's pretty remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah. Starting to rethink my snack drawer over here.
Okay.
So we talked about weight loss, metabolic health, and brain power.
Yes.
What about energy levels and physical performance? Does keto leave you feeling sluggish, or can it actually enhance your workouts?
That's a great question. So remember how ketones provide a more stable energy source than glucose?
Yes.
Well, that translates to more sustained energy throughout the day, including during your workouts.
So no more like crashing after a sugary pre-workout snack.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a win in my book for sure.
And it gets better. When it comes to endurance sports, keto can be a real game changer. Because fat is a more efficient and long-lasting fuel source than carbs, keto athletes often see significant improvements in their endurance.
Okay, so keto could be my ticket to finally running that marathon I've always wanted to do.
It's definitely possible. There's a study in Metabolism that compared endurance athletes on a keto diet to those on a high-carb diet, and the keto athletes actually showed improved aerobic capacity and overall endurance performance, so they were able to go longer and harder without hitting the wall.
Wow, that's impressive. But I'm curious about other types of exercise. Does keto provide the kind of energy bursts needed for something like weightlifting?
So that's a common question, and it's true that carbs are typically used for those quick bursts of energy. However, once your body adapts to ketosis, it can effectively use fat for fuel even during high-intensity workouts like weightlifting.
So keto athletes can still lift heavy and build muscle.
Absolutely. A study in the Journal of Sports Science and Medicine found that keto athletes maintained their power output and experienced less fatigue during high-intensity training compared to their high-carb counterparts.
Wow. So keto is a win-win for both endurance and strength athletes.
Yeah.
It seems like it has benefits for almost every aspect of our health.
It really does seem like a powerful tool for overall well-being. But there's one more area we need to address: cardiovascular health.
Ah, yes, the big question.
The big one.
Is a high-fat diet good or bad for your heart?
Right.
It seems kind of counterintuitive that eating more fat could be beneficial for cardiovascular health.
I understand the skepticism, but hear me out. The keto diet has been shown to improve cholesterol levels by lowering LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and increasing HDL cholesterol, the good kind.
Okay, so that's good news.
It is.
But what about triglycerides?
Hmm?
Aren't those another type of fat in the blood that can be harmful?
You're right. High triglycerides are a risk factor for heart disease. But research indicates that keto actually reduces triglycerides.
So that's 2 points for keto in terms of cardiovascular health.
Yeah.
Anything else?
There's also evidence suggesting that keto can lower blood pressure, another crucial factor in heart health.
Wow. So keto is like a triple threat against heart disease, lowering bad cholesterol, reducing triglycerides, and lowering blood pressure. That's remarkable.
It is, but it's important to remember that not all fats are created equal. The quality of the fats you consume on a keto diet matters a great deal. The emphasis is on healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, which are beneficial for your heart.
That makes sense. It's not about loading up on like bacon and butter,
Right.
but about making smart choices and prioritizing healthy fats.
Exactly. It's all about making mindful choices about the types and sources of fat you're consuming.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Keto has potential benefits for weight loss, metabolic health, brain function, athletic performance, and even heart health.
Yeah.
But how does all of this fit into the ZenHaven philosophy? Remember, ZenHaven is all about creating a holistic lifestyle that nourishes both your mind and body.
Absolutely. Keto can definitely fit within that approach. ZenHaven emphasizes balance and making choices that support your overall well-being. It's not about rigid rules or deprivation, but about incorporating healthy habits that align with your individual needs and goals. And that's where keto can come in.
I see the connection. So how can our listeners incorporate keto into their ZenHaven journey in a way that feels balanced and sustainable?
The key is to focus on whole, unprocessed foods that are naturally rich in healthy fats. This means choosing things like avocados, nuts, fatty fish, and olive oil over processed foods that are often loaded with unhealthy fats.
So quality over quantity when it comes to fats. That aligns perfectly with the ZenHaven philosophy.
Yeah.
What else is important?
Mindful eating is also key. Keto isn't about starving yourself or feeling deprived. It's about making conscious choices, paying attention to your body's signals, and truly savoring the foods you're eating.
That really resonates deeply with the ZenHaven approach. Being present with your food and appreciating each bite. It seems like keto could be a great complement to that mindfulness practice.
Exactly. And don't forget about exercise. Regular physical activity is crucial for overall health, whether you're following keto or not. Find activities you enjoy and make them a part of your routine. But most importantly, listen to your body. Every individual is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. If you're experiencing any negative side effects on keto, don't hesitate to adjust your approach or consult with a healthcare professional.
That's such an important point. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to health and wellness.
Right.
It's all about finding what feels right for you.
Exactly.
This has been such an enlightening deep dive into the world of keto.
It has.
But before we wrap things up, I want to remind everyone about a fantastic resource that can help you get started on your own keto journey. The ZenHaven 1010 7-Day Keto Meal Plan ebook.
Yes.
It's packed with delicious recipes that are easy to follow along with a convenient shopping list to make your life easier.
And it's super budget friendly, which is always a plus.
Yes, this ebook is a great way to kind of dip your toes into the keto lifestyle and see what it's all about.
Definitely.
You can find it over at ZenHaven1010.com. We'll also include a link in the show notes. Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of keto, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. Remember, your journey is unique to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
That's such an important message.
Yeah.
It's about finding what works best for your individual body, lifestyle, and preferences.
Experiment, explore, and most importantly,
Yeah.
listen to your intuition.
Your body is wise and will guide you to what feels right.
Trust that inner wisdom and allow yourself to enjoy the journey.
Beautifully said.
And remember, we're always here to support you along the way.
That's right. We'd love to hear about, your experiences with keto,
Yeah.
your favorite recipes, and any challenges you're facing.
Absolutely.
So feel free to connect with us on social media.
Yeah.
Leave a comment on our website
Yeah.
or send us an email. We're all in this together.
This has been such a fascinating and enlightening conversation. Thank you so much for joining me on this keto deep dive.
The pleasure was all mine. It's always a joy to explore these topics with you.
And to our incredible listeners, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
We hope you found this episode informative and inspiring.
Until next time, may your journey be filled with delicious, food-mindful moments and a whole lot of Zen.